the establishment of Britain was not happy with George Galloway's re-election to the Parliament. Let's start at the top with little Rishi Sunak. Little Rishi Sunak had some bad things to say about George Galloway's victory. Let's take a look.
In recent weeks and months, we have seen a shocking increase in extremist disruption and criminality. What started as protests on our streets has descended into intimidation, threats, and planned acts of violence. Jewish children fearful to wear their school uniform lest it reveal their identity. Muslim women abused in the street for the actions of a terrorist group they have no connection with. Now our democracy itself is a target. Council meetings and local events have been stormed. MPs do not feel safe in their homes. Long-standing parliamentary conventions have been upended because of safety concerns. And it is beyond alarming that last night the Rochdale by-election returned a candidate who dismisses the horror of what happened on October the 7th, who glorifies Hezbollah and is endorsed by Nick Griffin, the racist former leader of the BNP. I need to speak to you all this evening because this situation has gone on long enough and demands a response not just from government, but from all of us.
All right, let's see what George Galloway had to say about that in the now viral interview with Sky News.
People have just watched what the Prime Minister said. This is your opportunity to respond to what he said. Well, he says that there are forces here at home trying to tear us apart. He is implying you are a divisive figure. You have run an election campaign that has tried to appeal, particularly, not entirely, to one section of the community.
Who won the election? Me or Rishi Sunak? I've got the Democratic mandate here, not Rishi Sunak. He didn't even come second. He was lucky to come third. So don't put to me statements made by Rishi Sunak as if I'm supposed to be impressed by them. He don't impress me much.
We at Sky have spent some time today on the streets of Rochdale, and there are people who say that they feel intimidated by people like you and the people that have supported you.
I have just
and they have pointed out that you have concentrated your campaign on foreign affairs, and they worry that Rochdale will not be the winner.
That's my answer to you. I was just elected with a thumping majority by the electorate in Rochdale. That's all that matters to me.
So why are there people in the streets of Rochdale today worried?
Well, people voted yesterday, and they voted for me. Why is that difficult for you to grasp?
Why are there people on the streets worried?
There may be people who didn't vote for me who are worried, but the majority, the thumping majority, voted for me. I've got the mandate, and I'm going to the House of Commons with it.
And it's a mandate, you think, to do what? Because there are people that listen to what you say about whether or not Israel has a right to exist, what you say about what many Jewish people think are threatening slogans.
We had this conversation last night. Why are you reheating it?
Because in the light of the Prime Minister's
Don't keep telling me about the Prime Minister as if he was Moses.
Do you not respect the Prime Minister?
Do I respect the Prime Minister? I despise the Prime Minister.
You see what happens, Larry, when you fuck a stranger in the ass?
I saw Ian getting excited all over again.
I don't know how many times I've seen that, but it's brilliant. It's fantastic.
No, just amazing. And that's what you said in the last segment. You know, he doesn't turn the other cheek. He hits back when people hit him.
No, that is just amazing as an American, because they use the same exact tactics on what we have that pass for progressives here, which is not saying much. But even somebody like Bernie Sanders, who would be a very conventional centrist politician in England, even someone like that, the constant framing was always AOC pulls this number when she gets protested by her friend Jose Vega. There are people who are scared. They always make it a safety issue. And meanwhile, he won the majority. And it's being framed as if, there are these masses of people who are terrified. Terrified of what? He won the majority.
Overwhelmingly.
Overwhelmingly buried the Conservative and Labour Party. So what are you talking about? Like, he's framing it as if this is some kind of anti-democratic uprising when the guy overwhelmingly won the election. What are you talking about?
The mainstream media is saying it's a threat to democracy.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Democracy is a threat to democracy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Please clap.